Yo, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing really well. I have a few pickups that I want to show you guys, a few t-shirts, pants, and a hoodie. Don't mind me if I sound a little bit off right now. Unfortunately, I got sick a few days ago. So some of these items you might have already seen either on my TikTok or my IG, or I probably put it in a YouTube video at some point. I usually work my way up to my favorite item, but I just had to show this one. This is an Eazy-E vintage tee, if you can't already tell. The colors are amazing. This back hit is honestly unreal. It's a little bit glittered. If I can show you guys the details close up, it's a little bit glittered and it says rolling in my 6'4". Honestly, crazy tee, such good condition, exactly how I want my vintage tees, just a little bit thrashed, faded, fits so good. I got this for an absolute steal. I actually saw this tee with only the front hit and no back hit online for 300 USD. This is easily worth double that, easily. Like, I know it's not a wrap tee and wrap tees are worth that price, but for an Eazy-E tee, this is definitely up there in price, like 100%. I don't think I'll ever sell this because I've just never seen this before and it looks awesome. So later in this video, you'll see that I like to double up and triple up sometimes. It's just a little bad habit I have, but I am selling a lot of the doubles or triples that I do have. But if I were to double up on this, I'd even triple up on this and I would not sell it because it's just that nice. I'm thinking about putting it in the dryer to shrink it a little bit and maybe make it a little bit more boxier and crop how I like my tees. But the vibe of this tee kind of goes well with the way it fits, to be honest. So I probably don't have to do that. And then another one that you guys probably know is a crazy one. It's a West Coast Choppers skull long sleeve. This one just baffles me. There's a red version and a black version. I think those are the only two colors I've seen of these. It's insane because, as you know, when I started collecting West Coast Choppers, if you want to go watch my old West Coast Choppers collection, even a little bit before that, almost 2 years ago, how I was saying West Coast Choppers is going to become popular. Literally less than 6 months after I made that video, West Coast Choppers prices just skyrocketed and the popularity expanded, especially in Asia. It's super popular right now. I'm not saying I had anything to do with that. The video did decent numbers and views, and I don't think I had anything to do with the price going up necessarily. I'm sure I influenced a lot of people because I get DMs to this day asking about West Coast Chopper stuff, and if you ever need help verifying or legit checking any West Coast Choppers or just anything, just DM me on IG and I'm always happy to help. So the funny story about this is that I ended up finding this in a kids show, and it is a size medium. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty small, but it's not that bad. I can definitely stretch it out for sure, which I will be doing. Yeah, it's in such good condition and it is on the West Coast Chopper tag. Everyone for some reason cares about the tag so much. It's not just the tag that you have to care about. There's a lot of other things that you have to worry about when it comes to making sure a West Coast Choppers piece is legit. That's for another video, or if you want, like I said, DM me on IG. So just to give a little bit of context on why and how popular these ones are and why these skull ones specifically baffle me is because just a few days ago I saw a red one of this in a 2XL sell for 300 USD. Now that's the lowest I've seen it go for, which is insane to say. 300 USD, which is almost 500 Canadian. These black ones always sell for 600 minimum USD, 600 USD minimum. I'm not making these prices up. You can literally go see, and that is the case. It's insane. And what baffles me is when I was first collecting West Coast Choppers, I don't know why. I regret it so much, but you would have never known. I was passing up on these that were less than 120 bucks. I don't know why. I just really wasn't messing with the graphic at the time. I was just kind of really focused on the original crest hit one. I thought those ones looked way nicer. But yeah, I think it's really nice. I do still really like the crest hits more, but this is pretty cool. There's actually a eagle version of this with the eagle flame sleeve hits. That's pretty rare, and I saw them come up on eBay a handful of times for less than 100 bucks. I just didn't give it a second thought and I just kind of passed on them. And about 6 months ago, I saw a few sell for over 800 USD, which is absolutely insane to me. That's why I'm saying these are baffling me right now. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh yeah, PacSun and all these other brands are like reprinting them. But honestly, you can say that about anything vintage. If it's vintage and it's the OG, it's gonna stay that way. It's gonna hold its value for the most part, and it's gonna look better and feel better than any reprint or remake out there, always, indefinitely, and every single time. That has been the case. There's a reason why all these brands like Alice, what have you, there's like just so many that I can't even name right now that have been copying the crest logo from the West Coast choppers and putting their own branding on it. There's a reason for that. It's hard to make a comparison and explain my thought behind it, but it's almost like saying Converses are not going to be worth anything and no one wants to wear them and stuff just because Rick Owens made a higher end version and another iteration of it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Converses are more popular than ever right now. Rick Owens is still a staple in anyone's closet, just like how Converses are. It's almost like saying no one's gonna buy vintage Tupac tees and the shirts are gonna be worth nothing just because Street Market Supply made a Tupac vintage tee. It just makes no sense. It's just people panicking and saying BS. Honestly, the people don't understand the cycle of fashion, but honestly, I don't blame them, because if you understand and if you know, you're always going to be ahead of the game. That's why I'll never give up on these West Coast choppers pieces. Just like if I find the original piece of anything else, I'm not going to give it up just because there's new brands and new streetwear coming in copying these brands. If anything, most of them don't even look as nice. It's simply, you have to have an eye for it. When you have an eye for it, you understand what is expensive, what is worth money, and what is not. And obviously, with that comes the context of quality. That's just my little rant on people saying West Coast choppers is gonna die, the price is gonna go down. Another tee that I'm absolutely in love with, and I got it for such a good price. I'm so happy I got this. I've been wanting a Wu-Tang shirt. This one's definitely bigger and oversized, but the fading and the distressing is perfect. It's Search and Rescue Wu-Tang, and it has a really nice back hit. This back hit, the fading and the cracking with the blue and the white is just unreal. This was such a good grab. I'm so happy I grabbed this. The colors and the fading are so nice, and it's on that good Wu wear tag, and it has that distressing on the neck as well, and really good fading, really good cracking. It's super thin, as you can see. You can probably see my hand. And we got another one that I absolutely love. I know the front is smoked out like crazy, so it's hard to tell, but it says Thug Life Machiavelli Tupac tee, but the back hit is insane. It fits so good. The back hit is so nice. The colors of the back hit are so nice, and it has his Memorial Day on the back, as you can see. Okay, so we got the last tee here, and like I mentioned earlier, I've been doubling up and almost tripling up on some stuff. This one, as you can see, it's a really nice queen, a nice back hit of all the members, Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John. The reason why I doubled up or tripled up on some items is because I want to fade or distress them myself. If you guys want, I can make a video on it. And just to give you guys some context, I'll show you guys right now. As you can see, this is the new pair I just recently got. This was one of the first few vintage tees that I got years ago. The fading of this is absolutely insane. One of my first IG pictures with a vintage shirt, I actually posted with this one. Yeah, the fading of this is insane. Like, it's just so nice. It just looks so sick. I can't describe it. This is why I love vintage so much. There's just so much character and so much, like, look at the cracking on that. It's just really hard to copy this, even with new potassium methods and that a lot of brands use. The fading and cracking of this one versus this one. And one of the items that I did get was this Von Dutch hat. Absolutely insane. Such nice colors. It's almost like a denim, but it's not a denim. It's like cotton, and it's like distressed with the red and white contrasting. I made a TikTok video showing this hat and a few of the other Von Dutch pickups that I got. Go check it out if you guys want to see it. I have a red velvet one. It's so nice. But yeah, these Von Dutch hats look so good, and they fit really good as well. So another pickup that I recently got, and I've been picking up other colors, are these Russell hoodies, the Russell blanks. I really like the quality and the fit of these, and they're all vintage, of course. This one's a Russell made in USA 80/20 blank, and it's just like in this nice heather gray, super wearable, super good condition. Very nice. It reminds me a lot of the Eazy hoodies. I'm trying to slowly stretch it out without ripping it, so it'll fit even more boxier and oversized, which I really like. The one thing I don't like about the hoodies just fit so tight and so small. The neck opening is a little bit tight as well, but honestly, it's not a really big deal. So as you can see, this pair has some paint splattering. I think a couple of them only do, but some of the other ones are really clean. But I really like the paint splattering. It kind of just matches like whatever's going on with the distressing. This pair has some really nice whiskering as well, as you can see in the thigh area. Super nice. This one is a 36/30, so it is a little bit shorter on me. It fits me perfectly, but I wanted to stack or be a little bit more longer. My original plan with this one, because it is a little bit short on me, is I want to open up the hem. I want to say it'll give me 2 to 3 inches of length for sure, but like I said, I want to experiment on these. I really wanted to originally distress the top of the double knee as well, because I do see a lot of pairs like that and they look super nice. All right, so that's all the pickups I have for you today. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Leave a like, comment down below what your favorite piece was, and hit that subscribe button so you stay tuned, and go follow my socials so you can get the latest updates. And if you want to follow my vintage account, I post a lot of my vintage stuff on there. I hope you guys have a blessed one. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.